Big Friday. Big Friday. How's everybody doing out there?
Beautifully, Pete. Beautifully.
Well, wonderful. Fantastic even. My name is Peter Edmiston. This is Grindtime, live from the Family Leisure Studios. Sports 56 and 98.5. I hope everybody is having a really good Friday, man. This is what it's all about. We're into March. It is happening. You're seeing all the. I mean, if you're a hoop fan, this is your time of year to shine. We got no baseball to distract us, which is great. Nobody's worried about that anymore. So, man, good news all around as far as I'm concerned. Great stuff, everybody. Today on the show, man, we're going to have fun. We're going to talk a number of different things, HBCU and otherwise, with our friend Kari Thompson joining us later on in the program. Fingers crossed we can catch up with Adam Kramer today. We'll see how that goes. It's been a little bit of an adventure lately with Kramer, but we'll endeavor to work through it as best we can. Anthony Sain, how are you?
Man, I was over here pre-gaming, man. I ran over a little bit. I had my pre-game hype mix going on.
What were you doing?
Man,
who you pre-gaming with, man?
Man, listen to a little Kanye, Yeezy, Yay. Had me on 10 before the show gets started, man. I do that typically every day. I used to terrorize
That's true.
Zach with it. I used to terrorize Zach doing it. But I ran over a little bit today, so I wasn't ready when the bell rang.
I have seen that. I've seen that happen before. And,
oh yeah, you'll see plenty of it starting Monday, man, for sure.
Today, like I said, today on the show we got a busy show for you today. Looking forward to a whole bunch of stuff, man, because it's gonna be we got a lot happening.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot happening. We'll talk about a tough night for the Grizzlies, maybe a learning night potentially for the Grizzlies at least. We'll discuss that coming up on the program. Maybe a loss that could end up hopefully leading to some more wins later on. We shall see. Also on the program, we'll talk Tigers. They did not was not as maybe a smooth, easy performance last night. It doesn't really matter.
They didn't lose.
It doesn't really matter. It's at the end of the day, this was like at the end of the class. And those of you've done some college courses and stuff. You might have a pass or fail. Either you pass or you fail. That's it. This was a pass fail and they passed. It was either pass or fail. No doubt. No alternatives. No nothing. So that's that on that. They passed. They didn't fail. Boom. There you go. Perfect. Now you set up for what is a truly monumental, spectacular, big, massive game this weekend against Houston, a game in which the Tigers teetering on the edge of getting into the tournament and being in as an at-large would take a big step towards filling it out and finishing the job with a victory over Houston. But we shall see. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is going to be easy. But we'll see how it goes coming up this weekend. We'll talk about that and more. Anthony, saying other than your pre-gaming and stuff, how you feeling?
I'm good, man.
He's more than pre-gaming, Pete.
I lost my voice a bit the other day. It's coming back around.
I can tell. This is quite
it's
something
the heat.
we're seeing
It's
from
the
Anthony
heat.
Sain right now.
The heat has him delirious in here.
Is it super hot? Is it super hot?
No,
outside. It's outside.
Oh, I mean outside. It's like it feels like spring. It's
It don't feel like spring.
Damn near summer out there.
That's what has the tribal chief.
It feels like summer.
There you go. That's what has the tribal chief in his mood. Good luck today, people.
Let me test my voice, huh?
Yeah, don't. Okay, all right, you're hanging in there. Just barely.
It's about to slow down. Come on now, y'all feel it. It feels like summer. Anyway, my daughter in town, my baby.
In the summer. Getting my groove.
Yes, sir. Rolling down. What did he say? Valentine.
I never could figure out.
Scoping down the freak with the weave and the sexy switch. Can I get your number?
I got a man.
Well, I'm a holler. Yeah, y'all know about that, man. Y'all don't know about that. Yeah, y'all know about that, man.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, the 3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia over here. Yeah.
Yeah, man, my voice coming back, man. I got a man. Well, I'm a holler chick.
Falling down Valentine.
I need a coach back.
One time is on his mind.
You've been doing it.
We might have to break those lyrics
My
down.
hair
too.
done.
Me too. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I've been doing it since the first time you asked. You know what
Might
I'm
I
saying?
add?
Players like me can't be saving you rags. Yes, sir. Y'all know about it.
That nonsense on that lovey-dovey mess.
But nah, man, my baby in town. My daughter Sabrina's here. We going to see Batman as soon as the show is over with.
The Batman.
Yeah, whatever they call
Not
it.
just a Batman. The Batman.
Heard it's got a lot of good reviews or whatever. So
The Batman.
be excited.
The Batman. Yeah, it's where the action is. I can't wait for you to see it. And all right, let's get down to it. Okay, last night, you want to start Tigers? You want to start Grizzlies? I'm gonna leave it to
do Tigers.
dealer's choice.
Let's do Tigers.
Okay, 360-8255. It's the AutoZone listener line. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's a ride. Oh, that ain't how it go.
Get into summer.
We just a ride. Yes, sir.
360-8255. That is the number you want to get in. Please do. We'd love to hear from you. That is where the action is. There's no doubt about that. Now, last night, as we mentioned, Tigers did win over South Florida 73-64. Got a little dicey down the stretch. Tigers never trailed in the game. It was tied for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then that was it. And the Tigers took the lead and stayed in the lead. Although down the stretch they cut it to 4, and it's kind of a little bit maybe possibly a little nerve-wracking, just a touch. But ultimately, the Tigers held on. Another big outing for Jalen Duren, who finished with 15 points, 10 boards, a steal, and a block. 16 points, and 10 boards. Then you had a solid, balanced effort. Tyler Harris with 14 had certainly his moments in the game. 11 each for Lester Quinones, DeAndre Williams, 12 for Alex Lomax. Rough night for Josh Minot, who this is the first time I've seen him look truly like a freshman. Like he looked bad, and I would actually kind of say okay, I kind of see now where maybe Penny's not playing him if he's gonna play like this. I can kind of understand because he was a team worst -12 in his 15 minutes, which is kind of rough for the kid out there. It was basically the six that you've come to expect. And Landers Nolly didn't play especially well in this game. Only 4 points, 2 of 6 from the field, but he's solid, and you know what you're going to get with him. So Nolly, Duren, Lomax, Quinones, Williams, and then Tyler Harris off the bench to do his thing. That six is the six that's gonna take them into the into the tournament or whatever it is they're going to do. That's the six that are going to do it right there. Everybody else, with respect to Earl Timberlake, Dandridge, Minot, whoever else, it ain't about them anymore.
Yeah, and Sunday's really setting up to be just a classic game, man. You know it's going to be high energy. These are two teams that they probably don't really care for each other. I'm sure Houston feels a way that they've been the best team in this conference for the last, at least 2 or 3 years. But Memphis is always the one that gets all the press. We've kind of been we've underperformed, we've underachieved over that time. But Houston has always been the one that's been good. Houston needs this game as well. They would like to get a quality win to help their seeding, their standing in the NCAA tournament. And Memphis, of course, you win this game and you're pretty much solidified as being an at-large berth to the tournament. It's going to be a great game, man. I won't be able to make it. I was talking like I was going to come, but got some other stuff going on. But yeah, man, it's. I was a little upset yesterday because this should have been a game where Memphis could have kind of used as a tune-up to kind of be amped and just added more energy for the game Sunday, especially when Houston beats Temple by 40. You know what I mean? Doubled them up almost. It was, but like you said, it was a road game. It's one of the worst teams in the country. I would like to see Memphis win a little easier, but they clearly seem to be kind of overlooking them and looking past them, looking at Houston, and I kind of, I get that too. So.
Sain, don't forget about that extra motivation we have from that gentleman that had that young Dolph sign too.
What is it?
We ain't forgot about that.
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
Houston, we ain't forgot
in
about that.
Houston,
Yeah, I'm sure
That
he
little
won't be making
little
the
guy.
trip.
I will remind every Tiger ball player coach, kick them in their ass tomorrow for that. I mean on Sunday for that.
Yeah.
I mean we're not gonna forget that.
I mean, they got him the first time. They'll try to get him again. I think that's it would certainly be appropriate based on that. And I was sort of staggered. I guess not totally shocked, but kind of staggered by the fact that Makita's not going to be reopening on Airways there, and they'll just kind of I guess keep that as a sort of a memorial type thing for now. But it's just too much baggage, too much pressure, too much. And
So did they
did
go
I
backwards
understand
on that?
That's not
Pete?
what they're doing, Peter.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do it. They
No.
went backwards on that.
no, I
not-
thought they weren't gonna.
They're not going to reopen that
No.
location, but they don't own that building.
Oh.
Whoever owns that building is about to do something with
Okay.
it.
And from what I understood,
I thought they were going to keep. I thought they were going to keep the memorial stuff up.
the memorial will be in the new opening. I don't know where the new opening
I
will
see.
be.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Well, see, now that's even. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, the owners are like, yeah,
They're gonna
we
keep
need something
yeah.
in here. Because Makita's has been paying rent the whole time just to keep the memorial open. But yeah.
and from I guess from a visitor historic.
Well, I mean, I get
standpoint,
that. I get that from you can't subsidize that forever. I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To me, we have to find we got to find a better solution than that. I don't know
Memphis
if it's,
needs some type of small, like, housing place for that type of stuff for your local artists to.
Yeah.
I don't know if the people in the crosstown could maybe jump in and do something because they've got.
Well, it was good. It
Yeah.
was funny you said that. 'Cause I think that crosstown, there's definitely some spots there. There's a couple different areas.
Yeah.
Broad, kind of doing some
Yeah,
stuff there. That
yep,
you might
yep,
be
yep.
able to see some things.
Not
there.
the real crazy, just like you, like the typical space you see for like a wax museum or something you see just like a little small spot on Bill or something, like some little small storefront or something that could just kind of represent Memphis music throughout the years, and you could have those type of memorials towards a guy like.
Well, I
Dawson.
think you have to. I don't know. It's you're to me you're going to see that stuff. It's rightly so. People have been so devastated by it, and it's been such a sad situation, and for just a tragic deal, and it's reminiscent of Nipsey Hussle and the stuff that's happened in Compton and in Southern California. You're going to have natural memorials pop up. You're going to have people doing murals and stuff like that, and that's appropriate. But I wish there would be a kind of an official space or a space that you can, because I think the bigger picture of some way to help curb this type of violence. It's there's a bigger message there. I'd love to see them try to find a way to incorporate that. In the mix.
And quickly, just while you guys are in this space, because I know we want to get back to sports.
No rush.
Another Memphis rapper. What was it? Was gunned down in the past week. Snooty Wild.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him. But I did see
Yeah, I mean, not terribly familiar. He's more of a millennial type of rapper instead of global or whatnot. But he still had Memphis ties, and he was gunned down. I think that was Friday in the Houston area. So not as beloved as Young Dolph, obviously, but he still had a place here in Memphis.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, you got to just something to try to do something to stop this stuff, to curb it. It's important. It's important to do. So yes, that sign. Whatever motivation I'm sure the Tigers will take from that. I think the motivation of the tournament is really all they need. Quite honestly, I mean, if you look at you look at what they need to do, and you look at where they are, and the NCAA tournament status. I mean, to me, you don't need any extra motivation. Like that's the motivation. That's all the motivation you need right there. For anything else is just, hey, we win this, we're in great shape. We lose this, it's gonna be tight. I think that's pretty much all you need, right? I don't know what else you're really looking for.
Yeah, I think
Jalen Duren.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think they really need to win that game, man, because it's just so much uncertainty with the conference tournaments. You know what I mean? Because every time that a favorite loses, that's another spot that's getting taken by somebody, and then another at-large bid is gone. You know what I mean? I would love to see them get to the Houston game just to solidify their roster. I know that a lot of people were saying they don't need it. I'm like, man, screw that. I almost say just go ahead and win the whole conference tournament, man. Especially if you can beat SMU along the way. If your path to the conference in the conference tournament includes beating SMU, that'll be perfect. Even if you don't win the whole thing, I really think you need to beat them again.
No,
beat them
the thing is,
yeah. Go ahead.
Well, and the thing is too that, I think you need to win as many games as you can. So yes, if you can win this game and then win the conference tournament, great. If you can win whatever games you can do, however you can make it work, do what you got to do without a doubt. But the thing is, this Tiger team, I think you just don't want to leave it to any chance.
Yeah.
Because whether it's some kind of weird biases or whatever, the Americans not been great this year. So if you're going to compare conference to conference and resume to resume and stuff, it might not be that impressive compared to some of the other teams that they might be going up against in the committee room. I just think you gotta act as if it's a must win on Sunday, but then it's not only that, but it's a must win. You got to get to the conference finals. You got to act that way.
Yeah.
You got to play that way. You can't. There's no leaving it to chance. You lose on Sunday, and then you maybe don't perform super well in the conference tournament for whatever reason. You can't leave it to that, man. You just can't. You just can't do it. They've got some bad losses. There's just all kinds of weird stuff that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen enough chances where conference tournament week, some 2 or 3 random
Weird
teams
happens,
win,
man.
and all of a sudden they snatch those bids away, and
Mm-hmm.
that's that. So I don't know, and especially this year because there's so much parity, and there's a lot of weird stuff happening.
Yep.
So I'm with you, man. You gotta, you've already beat them on the road. I think you showed in that game you're the more talented team. It certainly was anything but a fluke. They outplayed them in that game, so you should feel very confident going into that game. Jalen Duren's playing great. I mean, watching him go up against, most of the bigs in this conference, he's just got nobody that can touch him. I mean, he's way too big, too strong, too athletic. He's got no shortage of skill. He's he's rebounding. He's doing all the things that you need him to do. So you between that and having kind of hopefully, I say this and I don't know, Anthony. We've said this before, but I genuinely think maybe Penny's got an actual rotation now.
Yeah, I believe so.
Maybe.
I
think so. I mean, I thought so before.
Yeah.
But maybe. So fingers crossed he does. And I
check
think you
this
should feel
out.
very confident.
Check this out. What a difference actually looking for Jalen Duren does. It controls the passes. Only 6 turnovers last night, and 5 of those were offensive fouls. Only had 1 turnover that was like, a bad pass or whatever. Look at that. Look what happened when you say, hey, I'm going to pass the ball to the best player on the court.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. With the guy that has, absolutely no equal when it comes to the the matchups. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's correct. Yeah, I think that's the right strategic move to make.
They're getting together at the right time. I thought yesterday's game is a little deflating to me. I expect them to just blast them last night, but whatever. Go out there Sunday and take care of your business, man. And they're in good shape. They're in a great position to get in at this point. They weren't here a few weeks ago even. So yeah, man, go do your thing. It's right there in front of you.
Well, and I appreciate
it's gonna be super packed in there. It's it's gonna be crazy.
Well, and I appreciate South Florida, saving money by getting their jerseys bootleg from Oregon. They saved a lot of money on that. Obviously, they found the rejects from the Oregon
the misprints
Nike line and just said slapping Adidas logo on
Burlington
it.
Coke
South
Factory
Florida
jersey.
They said, "All right, that's good. That's good enough. That's fine." I mean, that was my God.
Oh man.
Oregon pulls that off, and it looks really cool, and South Florida looks like
BB Walden is rolling in his. No, he's not in his grave.
Dopes out there.
I'm sure BB Walden's still alive,
God.
but yeah, I'm sure he.
Come on, man. I saw these jerseys. I said, "What are y'all doing?"
Speaking of Oregon, that's the worst college basketball floor in history. their
What,
court.
Oregon?
Yeah, their court.
Yeah, all the trees
those
and all that
trees are
weird-
those
yeah,
trees are
yeah,
just
yeah, that's weird.
for the birds, literally.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, the
What is
yeah,
our court
I would.
Oh,
I know what it used to be. I know what it used to be.
What
for,
it used to
before
be.
before they circumcised it. No, that's what
Bro, y'all,
Hey,
I
malnutrition.
got so agitated when I saw that. Because, like, I see that now when people have said it and I'm looking for it. I was like, man.
I couldn't
y'all
see
just
it for the
weirdos.
longest, though. I
Like, y'all
couldn't see
just
it for the
weirdos.
longest,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
did, and it was irritating.
Yeah.
I'll get out.
It's like a magic eye thing, man. And once you see it, then you know.
Because you know what? I was actually looking at center court. Like, everyone was like, look at the blue deal, look at the blue. And I was looking at literally the Tiger's tail, and I wasn't looking at the free throw line.
Bro,
Yeah, it
I'm
depends
in
on
the
how you
minority.
look at it.
Go ahead, bro.
Where you first see it. Yeah, I first saw it. I remember people making a big deal about it back in the day when they first put it out there, and they were like, "Oh man, check the it's going to be." And I remember being down. I was down at FedEx Forum for Grizzly practice or something, and I was like, "Oh, let me sneak in. I know they're working on this court. Let me take a look at it." And like I think it was just the angle looking at it from up top.
You saw it immediately.
It was very evident. I was like, "Oh, okay, all right,
No
that's
comment.
interesting." So that's once you see it, the first time you don't unsee it. I can tell you that. You can, and I think everyone else, the Tigers clearly realized that enough people were seeing it the way many of us saw it that they were like, let's go ahead and just let's change this a little bit. Let's take this off a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'm probably in the minority of people who actually like our court. I think our court is. If we were a better team, we would think our court is awesome. I ain't gonna lie, because it's so
I think
obnoxious. You got to be like super good to have that court.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. I don't know. To me, it's too much.
It's Memphis though, man. It's loud. It's obnoxious.
I wish they go. I love that blacktop that they had that like Mike Miller
Nasty.
brought
Yep.
in or whatever.
It was nasty. For sure.
I love that.
Yeah,
that was great.
I like that too. I'm sure it's.
Why does
probably
anyone do a
some
black
rule.
court? No one's ever done a black court before.
Did we
Why don't
play
do black
games
court?
on that, or that was just for
Just for
Mars
the
Madness?
Memphis-
That
No,
was
just for Memphis
I mean,
Madness.
Memphis
Just
Madness,
Memphis
wasn't it?
Madness,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. No.
That was the James Wiseman one,
Yeah.
correct?
Mike Miller needs to drop
Yeah,
the whole
man.
court off too. Man. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, I love that. I thought that was awesome.
I want his opinion. I
thought
want
that
his
would look
opinion.
great.
Listen to my Memphis Madness suggestions for next season. I made it so dope for him. All he had to do is just call me, Penny. I got you. Me, you, and Pepper.
Talk to your boy Pepper.
And Lil Wook.
and all
Me,
that.
you, me,
That's-
him,
yeah.
Wook, and Pepper can make it happen.
You gonna take Zach
Okay.
with you? You gotta take Zach with you.
Man,
Man.
for what?
Pepper seems like he kind of got a he's got some
Pepper like you, like, man, shut
Ideas
the
of his
hell
own.
up talking to me.
yeah, exactly. He's like, I don't want.
Need your ideas, man.
Have you ever been able to run him down? Because he said you were gonna. Yeah, you'd love
Yeah,
it,
he
or-
did say he wanted to come on here and let me tell him what I thought about it. That never happened.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shame.
Bro, I can make Memphis Madness like an hour and 20 minutes max, and it'll be so dope.
I agree. Just knock it out. Let's go. Boom, bang.
Yep.
Let's make it happen. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the Grizzlies and the Celtics. We're going to try to catch up with our buddy Adam Kramer as well. Fingers crossed. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. It's been a little dicey lately, so I don't know. But hopefully we will be able to do that. If not, we'll talk Grizzlies Celtics, and then we'll talk to Kari Thompson coming up later on in the program. So busy show for you here on this Friday as we continue Real Sports Talk Sports 56.98.5.
You have opinions?
Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry: Honda mowers, trimmers, and generators, Steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, Echo trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws, plus quality products from Red Mat and Shindawa. And they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Belly Acres' motto is City-Fied Farm Fresh. The goal is simple: provide a fun, unique farm-to-table experience for the whole family. Two great locations, Regalia at 6130 Poplar and in Overton Square at 2102 Trimble Place. Overton Square hours Sunday through Thursday, 11A to 9P. Friday and Saturday, 11A to 10P. Regalia, Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Signature burgers are made from 100% grass-fed beef. Sandwiches, salads, and the best milkshakes anywhere. The burgers, so good, like the Dare Ya or the Double Dare Ya, and the melt in your mouth. And you have to try the Voodoo Moo Moo. It is the quality brand the Belly Acres team has developed using grass-fed beef with creative homemade toppings in a fun farm setting right here in the city. The goal at Belly Acres, to become even more sustainable as they grow. In Overton Square and in Regalia, the very best quality available in Memphis, burger shakes and smiles at Belly Acres.
Get in on the ground floor of something really big.
Come to the Southland Casino Mardi Gras themed job fair this Saturday.
For king cake, gift cards, free food certificates, and more.
When you do, you may be eligible for a $2,000 sign-up bonus.
Come to the Southland Job Fair this Saturday, March 5th from 10 to 3 in the Kennel Club at Southland Casino.
Get more info online at dn.careers/Southland.
Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Peter, I got a Peter Edmiston temperature check, too. We'll do that sometime in an hour or two.
Peter Edmiston temperature check?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I'm going to throw a story out and just kind of see where you are on certain things.
That means he has a thermometer. You got to guess where it goes.
No, we ain't doing that at all.
No.
But no, seriously, like I'm gonna throw out a news story.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see if it triggers you or you just kind of ho hum about it.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right. I'm excited about this. Good tease.
When you want
we'll talk.
And for everyone you get right, I'm gonna take a bead off. I got beads on.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. So it's hard for me to know when do I want it. I don't know what it is. So
how you want it? How do you feel?
What do you think?
we got Adam Kramer coming on?
Dolores Tucker.
She was
we've not been able to get
let's do it right now then.
All right, let's do it. All right.
You ready?
Hit me up.
Let me look at your face.
I'm ready.
Let me pull you up in this Zoom box here.
I'm ready.
Do you need the national anthem music going on behind you or something for this?
No.
Okay.
Because I know Peter, man, and I know what triggers him. I know
what triggers you too.
Yeah, you know what triggers me too. I'll cut that off.
I know what triggers you. I know what triggers you. Y'all been doing all that 3-6. Clayton Bigsby is here.
Yeah, Clayton Bigsby on the ones too. All right, Peter. And news from the NFL. Let me get some. I don't want to misquote this. All 32 teams were informed today. Look at Pete. Look at Peter's. He's turning red over there. All 32 teams.
Oh, okay. I know you're gonna get them.
Were informed today that the NFL and NFLPA have agreed to remove all capital A, capital L, capital L COVID-19 related protocols. Mandatory testing is over. Wearing tracking devices is over. Being around everyone is back with celebratory fireworks emojis. After that, from Ari Meirov of wherever he's from. But this is an official story. This is real news. I mean, what publication he's from?
I have no idea.
Peter Edmiston, your thoughts? You're looking kind of pinkish over there, man. This is my answer to saying Peter Edmiston temperature check. We haven't had this discussion in a while, so where are we, Peter? Where is Peter Edmiston?
See, now I feel like we talk for a show, and I feel like you were just baiting me.
No.
Just testing me on this one.
But this is a totally different conversation, though. You know what I mean? This is totally different what me and you are talking.
I know. Man, look. we have a remarkable ability to compartmentalize things as a country and as a people. We can just. I didn't realize. Maybe I didn't realize how incredible we were at it, but we are remarkable at it.
Mm-hmm.
We can just kind of push everything to the side and just kind of go on about our business and all that stuff. And so that's kind of what we're doing. That's what everyone seems to be doing now. You know, we've got. Again, it's like if you told somebody. So let's see. Let me just get my data right, because I want to make sure I get this right.
You need to go. You good?
I got his thinking music going for him.
Yesterday, in the state of Tennessee, we lost 88 people to COVID. 88. We've lost 24,000 over the course of the pandemic. In the entire nation combined, we lost almost 2,000 people. So 1,882 people.
Mm-hmm.
On average, the last week, we've lost about 2,200 per day.
In the state of Tennessee?
No, this is national.
Okay, I'm about to say this kind of high.
So I mean, not in 9/11, we lost about 4,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you're thinking it's a 9/11 every 2 days because of this disease.
Mm-hmm.
In 9/11, we completely changed everything. We still talk about it. We still have memorials. We still memorialize, and I don't want to take anything away from that trauma and that pain and all that. Of course, that's a horrible thing, but we've lost almost 1 million people in the country. 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And we just kind of like, okay, hey, we're back, baby. I don't get it. And I know, a lot of people that are, I have several friends who have, issues, compromised stuff.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And autoimmune disorders and stuff. And so for them, it's not over. In fact, it's worse for them because they have so few people that are actually doing anything. So they have to be extra careful. Obviously if you're vaxxed and boosted, then you're in good shape. And that's cool, man. Just, take care of other people who can't be or who aren't or who, who have other issues that have cropped up. And so it's mostly among the people that are unvaxxed. It's mostly among the people that have chosen not to get boosted.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason. It's still a thing. And I'm not just super comfortable with just unleashing everything. You know what I mean? Like we seem like we kind of go all or nothing. Like we went, and then boom, here we go. Everybody get out and take your masks off. Start.
Because it was
weird
being at the
Let's go.
game. It was weird being at the Grizzlies game without getting checked, without getting the vaccination check, no mask required.
Yeah.
It was weird, man.
Yeah.
Super packed house, so it was like that was strange. I was like, we're back to normal.
We're back to. It's back to normal, and then and I hope it all works out. I mean, it's it's what it is. At this point, I can't. You can't. Well, what can you do? Like, people have made their determination. People are not going to. They're not gonna do stuff. They don't. There's just a tremendous amount of people who don't care about other people, and so.
Well, let me ask a follow-up question.
What it is.
We've been talking about this.
So
for a
that's
while.
what they want to do. Hey man, I hope it works out.
Yeah.
I hope it works out. It's waited. I'm sure other leagues will take that lead and we'll go right to it. I'm sure it'll be very similar.
I was just about to say that as well. Do you think that the other leagues follow suit when their next seasons come around? The fall leagues. NHL?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you
for
think
sure.
NBA does it too?
Yeah, unless there's another. The NBA may do it by the time the playoffs.
That's what I was about to say. That was my question. Do you see the NBA calling the audible and saying, "Hey, we're going to make some changes"? Because, man, I'm just going to be honest. We're not in exactly the same place. I agree with some of the stuff you're saying. I respect everything you're saying. I disagree with you to some points, but I will say that I'm a little, as an NBA fan, I'm a little worried, man. I fear a wave of COVID coming in and wrecking the playoffs, wrecking the finals. Like I could see that. So as a fan, I don't want to see that happen. You know what I mean? And I know it may sound selfish and crazy to say that, but it's like I just kind of, I would not, like you said, I would not be surprised if NBA releases something saying, "Hey, we're done right now in the middle of the season, we're changing our protocol.
Yeah, I think it's very possible. It's probable. I would say honestly, like that's okay. Hey man, it's what people are going to do.
Yeah.
What they should do. It's a whole different thing. So the thing that frustrates me is, it feels as though we've had to drag so many people kicking and screaming into doing common sense stuff to help their fellow man and to help themselves. And now that things haven't really changed. Like I'm not really sure what's making this like we're at the same level of like case stuff, like deaths, cases and stuff. Like it fluctuates, but it hasn't changed hugely. But the CDC is just kind of like giving up. They're like, well, hey, whatever, y'all just do whatever you're gonna do. I mean, there's no data that is backed their change of policies. They just, I guess they just decide they just wanted to do it that way. I don't know. So it just feels weird to me. I guess I thought there would be a more definitive end, like some kind of a thing that would make you feel like that we're in a better place or it's over.
Right.
But there isn't that end. We still have a huge amount of deaths. We still have a huge amount of cases.
I just feel
so
like
we haven't really changed. Like I feel like I mean you can't say it's run its course because it really hasn't. It hasn't changed. The numbers don't really change that much. People have changed their opinion about it. Sure, I guess some people have, but like I don't know. There hasn't been a material change in the environment. It's pretty much what it was,
Right.
but we're just treating it differently.
I think the only place where me and you differ on that is that I feel like the vaccine is pretty much doing what it was created to do. And I think that it's kind of made it where we can add COVID to the list of other diseases that we have to deal with on a regular basis. I think it was a monster at first that we didn't know much about, but after like coming up on 2 years of research, understanding data, things like that, I think that now we can. I'm not calling it the cold, I'm not calling it the flu, but I'm saying it's something that we can manage it a lot better now, even in cases where you do have people who are getting it. I think we just know more about it, and we're at a point where we can kind of live with it more now. So I understand why. I just hate saying the word moving on, period, because you can never move on from it. You can just kind of coexist with it. So I just kind of just think that's where we are.
Well, I mean, the thing is that it's not. I don't know. Like the vaccines are doing their job, and there's a lot of, for sure. If you're vaccinated, you're in and boosted. That's the key. Right. We've done a really bad job to tell people that boosters are really important, especially with Omicron. It goes from about if you're just vaccinated but not boosted, it's about a 40 to 50% effectiveness. The booster takes you up to like 90%. Major difference. So we've done a really bad job of kind of telling people that and explaining that concept to them. If you are vaxxed and boosted, then fantastic. You're in really good position. If you're not, it's still something that can get you. It's still a thing that's out there. It's still an issue. And if you get it, you're still going to be in worse shape than if you're vaccinated and boosted. The vaccine is not intended to obliterate all concept of the disease. It's supposed to make it more difficult for you to get it, and if you get it, it's supposed to make it less severe. Well, it's definitely doing that. But there are still, as we've said, 2,000 people a day that are dying of this thing. So that's a major deal. And a lot of people are just kind of hoping that they don't get it. And still, to this moment, hey, I haven't gotten it yet. I hope I don't. I hope you don't either. But I think people got to take it a little more seriously. And it's frustrating that they haven't. I just expect. I don't know if I expected like people to. I don't know. I was hoping that people would be more respectful of other people, but they really haven't been. Just really haven't been throughout all this stuff. Just really haven't wanted to take care of anybody else but themselves. And that's one of you mask up for yourself, but you also mask up for other people. And you mask up to try to help other people that are in that situation. And we just people just don't care. They just it's been really dispiriting to see, honestly. Like we do not come together in crisis.
Yeah.
We just haven't. So that's what I think. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm glad that I hope it works out, and I'm not surprised that it's happening. People have been looking for a reason to do this forever. Masking. Did you see the governor of Florida, getting throwing a little temper tantrum when students behind him were masked in his speech the other day? It was like, and he basically bullied them into taking off their masks, or trying to get them to take off their masks, acting like a child.
Why would he care?
So masking really triggers some people for whatever reason. It really makes people mad.
You saw the thing with like some school or something was burning masks. Kids and parents out there.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing.
Man?
It's my kids have been masked in school for the whole time that they've been back at school. They don't care. They wear the mask and they're used to it. It's fine. They put it on when they need to. They take it off when they're done. They don't.
Yeah, they don't care.
It's grown-ups are the ones who are making this a big thing with the kids.
The kids.
Oh, my kids can't be. Kids they're fine.
They deserve to smile.
So, what are you the kids are fine. They go when they're outside in the playground. They take their masks off and they play.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's what the way it's supposed to be. They didn't forget what a smile looks like. They didn't forget how to deal with human language, and all this stuff is ridiculous. It's grown-ups putting their hang-ups on kids and using their kids as an excuse. And I said, I've been around, fourth graders and second graders throughout this whole process because I got, two of my own, and I'm around their friends and family, all that stuff. Nobody is freaking out about this.
No.
Except for some grown-ups. No kids are concerned about it at all. So that stuff just bothers me, man.
Because Gabe thinks he's a superhero. Like Gabe. Plus, he's doing Taekwondo, so Gabe thinks he's like a ninja when he puts his mask on.
As he should. He may well be.
Has he tried to protect you yet?
No, Gabe scared of everything.
Watch out, Dad! I got it.
He tried to fight me a couple times.
Oh, he tried to fight you. He tried to karate.
I got Gabe on this one.
He's getting that green belt Thursday though, man. Y'all throw some prayers out for my boy, man. He's been going hard because he has some catching up to do. He's been going hard, man. You know what I mean?
All right. So let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about the Grizzlies last night and a little bit of a lesson. Got big boyed a little bit up in Boston. We'll talk about that when we continue here. Real Sports Talk Sports 5698.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Acura of Memphis invites you to experience the all-new, completely redesigned 2022 Acura MDX. It's the most advanced SUV Acura has ever built. Experience the convenience of full connectivity, including built-in Alexa, Wi-Fi hotspot, and wireless charging. From the stunning interior, complete with third-row seating. Stop by our state-of-the-art facility and take advantage of our aggressive APR offers today at Ridgeway and 385. Or shop online from the convenience of home now. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Swerving, speeding, and reckless driving can leave you in your own dust. Drag racing has its consequences. You can lose your driving privileges, your vehicle, face jail time, or even lose or take a life. So slow down, Memphis. The life you save may be your own. Brought to you by the Memphis Police Department, Traffic Operations.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitrol, the explosive, all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine that little blue pill on steroids. Noxitrol is so powerful. That's why it took years years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitrol free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitrol dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call now and find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 1-800-231-8913. That's 800-231-8913. Free bottle for limited time. Call now. 800-231-8913. 800-231-8913.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Just as fine as she can be. Hey, she's a bad mamma jamma.
She is a bad mamma jamma. Who's a bad mamma jamma?
She live in pepper tree. They call her Minnie Mouse.
That's where she live at?
Because she a squeak. But we don't really give Three Six Mafia the props for some of the song lyrics that came out.
She a squeak from Pepper Tree.
I knew
Jason Tatum, bad mamma jamma.
Oh, man.
Last night.
Peter, do you care about the chop game?
No. No, I don't.
You know what Pete cares about.
Do you know what the chop game is, Pete?
Never have, never will. No, I don't know.
The chop game, barbering, haircuts. Who has the best haircut?
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think has the best haircut in the NBA? Do you?
Oh, Lord, he's about to go Tatum. You like Tatum hair?
I ain't gonna lie,
I saw him with Deuce yesterday. You like that hair, didn't you?
I ain't gonna lie. Tatum that dude to me, I ain't gonna lie. Tatum one of my favorite players in the league.
I'm trying to get his hair.
Plus his chop game is incredible. He try to get the Jason Tatum.
Me and my Mardi Gras beads.
Oh, man.
Man,
right now the king is
I think,
but Tatum is right behind him.
What goes into the best the best example of chop?
How clean the fade looks, the shape of the hair. You know how he's has a condition. Because
how much S curl?
How he has a condition? What are we looking for? Like what are we looking for? A certain
nice little texture, little sheen. It's mainly the fade though, but the fade and the shape mainly.
Fred VanVleet.
Okay.
He has a nice.
He got a nice
cut.
cut.
Yeah.
But right now the Kings are Devin Booker and Jason Tatum for sure. It used to be Joe Johnson used to be sliced up.
But how you feel about like longer hair? How you feel about like going into cornrows or braids or even going just let it hang loose? Maybe doing Dylan's kind of textural sort of
Dylan's hair is dope, man.
Perm situation.
Yeah, Dylan's hair is dope, even when he wears it with the little villains.
Zaire with a big fro.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know who else you brought up that I was thinking about? The coach. When you were talking about Taylor Jenkins, before and after.
Taylor Jenkins
there you go. You were bringing up the before and after the Milwaukee Taylor Jenkins versus the Memphis Taylor Jenkins, and he's grown that beard and he's looking pretty dapper.
Fred VanVleet do be chopped up, yeah. But I looked at an introductory video of Coach Jenkins. That dude was like a corn ball when we hired him. Compared to now, oh yeah.
Get a little third and Lamar on you, and that's what happens.
But yeah. Speaking of getting chopped up, the Grizzlies got unpacked a little bit last night on the road against Boston, one of the better teams in the NBA as of late.
Yeah. I mean, the Boston's defense is the only defense better than the Grizzlies since Thanksgiving, and they've been really good for a while now defensively. And even though they didn't have Jaylen Brown, it didn't really change because for whatever reason, Marcus Smart tends to play really well. against the Grizzlies, and as Jeff Van Gundy was Stan Van Gundy was talking about last night. For whatever reason, he seems to play well with Stan Van Gundy in the house. So he looked great, and you know, I don't know, man. It was. I thought it was a really important game for the Grizzlies. You know, even though they lost, you know, pretty handily and never really led in the game outside of the first, you know, 2 minutes of the game. That was pretty much it. It was a good lesson in what playoff basketball is going to be like.
Yeah.
It was a good lesson in what big boy basketball is going to be like. It was a good lesson, you know, because honestly, I had no idea. I wasn't looking at the box score or anything during the game. I had no idea John Moran had 38 points. No idea he had 38 and 7. That tells you how good he is. Like,
right.
He can have a 38-point night, and it's like, you know. I didn't think he had a great game. Like, I didn't think he played particularly well. Like, that's scary to think about, but
Didn't
it's
he have
true.
like 6 or 8 points in the first half?
And it wasn't his fault. I mean, I don't think it was really his fault. I think it's the way that Boston played him. They did such a good job. They went to, you know, it wasn't quite a box and one, but it was like a.
They threw Al Horford at the top of it.
Semi-zone. Yeah, it was like a semi-zone with Horford as almost like a spy on Ja, and then they would occasionally go into more or less a box and one. It was very much a Ja focused,
and they packed their paint, baby.
Sure.
They packed it.
And as soon as he drove past that first man, everyone converged on the paint. And you know, this is where the lesson comes in for the Grizzlies. You got to have some guys step up, and you know, it would have been nice to see. Ja. And I thought Ja got caught up a little bit in the game. He got caught up a little bit in trying to do too much, which is understandable. You know, understandable. Like he's on national TV. He's just come off a 52-point game, and you get it. Like he tries to do a little too much. That being said, I don't think anybody else stepped up and really stood up for him. I think Jaren did a little bit, but I saw you making the point last night, and I agree. I think Dillon Brooks would have been nice. It would have been good to have Dillon Brooks in this game.
Yeah.
Just because he really enjoys creating on his own. It would have taken a little pressure off of Ja. Desmond Bane isn't quite ready to create on his own on a full-time basis against this level of defense yet. Zaire Williams isn't really ready for that yet. And it was just kind of Ja on an island for too much last night.
Yep. Another thing, too, I talked about this on Twitter. I think they got a little bit too caught up in the noise. With the games, with the days they had off, you know, there was the Colin Cowherd stuff. And I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to make a plea to Memphis media members. Stop with the snitching, gaslighting stuff we do with Ja. Like, I understand that Ja makes nice sound clips, and we're in a soundbite era where that type of stuff goes viral and it helps you get whatever you're trying to get in your career. But like the run tell that stuff we do with Ja, like, what do you think about what so-and-so said about you? Like, enough, man. Like, because he listens to it too much. Ja needs to cut off the noise, put your phone down, tell your family, your friends, your people in your circle, put their phones down. Like, people are going to say things that are derogatory towards Ja. They're going to question this game. We are in the entertainment industry. People are going to say things to get attention. They get eyes, views, clicks. That happens. Colin Cowherd, that's what he does. You know what I mean? Like, don't let him take you out of your game and have you shooting 12 threes last night. You know what I mean? Like, your game still is forcing.
Colin Cowherd's an idiot.
Yeah, your game
who
is.
Who cares? Like he's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it still bothers me. This is where Memphis is still small time, and Ja's got to get a bigger time mentality.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you remember Colin Cowherd back in the day was getting mad at John Wall for doing the Dougie,
the dance,
and talking about how he was not respecting the game or something.
Disrespecting
like
the
game.
game.
He's got a million different takes that are almost all bad. So who cares what this guy thinks?
Just
who
go play
what
ball, man.
Stephen A. Smith thinks it's fun. It's fun to like it's good that you're on their mind. It's good that you're getting attention. That's cool. But like, he has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
The guy's he's
yeah.
Not,
That part bothers
He's
me.
not bright on this stuff.
And I kind of agree with what Charles Barkley was saying. Ja has to be able to find ways to get other guys involved because he was taking the bait that Boston was leaving him. They were leaving him open to shoot threes. we don't need Josh shooting 12 threes. Man.
Hey, I got a question for both of you. How much? Because of course, we all watched the game. How much of that was on Taylor Jenkins? They never adjusted. Like from an offensive standpoint, he allowed Ja to do that. Like, I coach AAU ball, and I'm nowhere near Taylor Jenkins. But once I saw them either in that, like we said, boxing one or triangle and two, packing the paint, you have to move the ball. You have to get Ja off of the ball, then bring him off the baseline, pin down, then come up. I would have done something like that. Me and my, year or two of coaching, but I think Taylor Jenkins allowed that to happen. Just to be honest,
but John's good enough of a player where he knows to make those adjustments.
Still a third-year player. You have to take. That's when when Taylor Jenkins has to take that out of his hands. That's not your call at this moment. Ja, I need the ball out of your hands. I need to see more Tyus Jones, put him on the baseline, and move him around, a la Steph Curry or something.
Yeah, and then when Ja decided to go to the basket, he was able to get there even with the Celtics defense. But it was just. I mean, it's only one loss. I would like to see us win yesterday because they would have put us in second place for sure. But, man, it is what it is. And I'm not really worried about, teams have figured out how to stop us now.
They look tired, too, first half, just to be honest.
I don't know.
They look tired. It looked like after the All-Star, the 50-pointer, all the hoop and holler, it looks like they were tired.
I just wish we would stop all the quote porn stuff. Like, enough. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the downside of Ja's
rise. Yep.
Mentality. The mentality of everybody's against me, or I'm fueled by the haters and all that stuff. Yeah, that can definitely help, and that's kind of his personality. But it also can sometimes take it too far, where he wants to go out and prove.
And he's not playing
something
within himself and doing what we need to win games. You know what I mean?
I'm reminded of the quote I heard Mike Conley give back in after one of the playoff losses, and he said, I don't know, there's too much that John Morant can learn from Mike Conley, but this one thing I think it was good. Mike said, my goal is not to prove people who didn't believe in me wrong. My goal is to prove the people who did believe in me right, and that I think Ja needs to have a little bit more of that. There's only so much that taking on the haters can get you, because you run out of haters. Man, yeah. And it's just this, now look at what he's done. Look at the success. So, you can revel in it, you can enjoy it, but now it's time to kind of take it and tweak the game a little bit. We saw, and Darian's talked about it, I mean, from a purely like X's and O's standpoint, a couple things too, that Ja, whenever he expends this much on the offensive end, it's hard for him defensively. He doesn't have Ja's defense is not great generally, but the defense that he plays at the point of attack is predicated on effort. And when he has to expend that much energy on the offensive side, the effort level goes down markedly on the defensive side. I think that's part of the reason why you saw Marcus Smart have such kind of a run of things and being able to set things up as often as he did. Same thing with Derek White. When he came in, Peyton Pritchard had some decent success. Those guards were able to get a little more space to operate. Jason Tatum is a great player. He was going to be great no matter what. Like there's only so much you can do against him, but they could have done a lot more in other situations and didn't. They also made great cuts. The Celtics very smart the way they attacked the Grizzlies defense. Al Horford made a couple of really he's such a smart player. He's 36, he's heady, he knows what's going on. He made some great cuts against Jaren Jackson Jr., taking advantage of some aggressiveness and putting himself in space, which opened up a lot for Boston. That stuff's going to happen. Again, that's why I think it's an important game. You go back and watch the film on this, the tape on this. Look at how, was Zaire Williams ready to deal with the physicality of Boston? He was not. No. Was Desmond Bane ready? Not really, because this is where Desmond Bane's lack of size comes in and lack of length. I mean, longer wings, it's tough for Desmond Bane in those matchups. Kyle Anderson served a good role to come in and help to defend with some strength. Why is DeAnthony Melton only playing 18 minutes? Yeah. Again, another guy that's a solid defensive player and can
an energy guy who comes in and just switches the momentum of the game. Yeah.
Taylor Jenkins' relationship with him is so strange.
Yeah.
I don't really understand. I don't get why you play him. He was a plus. He was a +6. Kyle Anderson +10. Those guys were good.
And that lineup, you remember that lineup that had Ja, Melton, Kyle at the 3. I think it was BC and Jaren. That lineup was cooking, man, and he didn't really go back to it.
Yeah, to the extent that anything cooked in this lineup, I agree with that.
To the extent anything cooked.
Yeah.
I don't know that anything was cooking last night, but it was,
Jason Tatum cooked on his birthday, guys.
Yeah, before the show is
he
over,
he was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Before we end this show, I want to discuss something ain't right with Bane, man. Something's going on there, in my opinion.
I agree.
It's a good old shooting slump. He'll get out of it, but right now it ain't right.
Well, we'll come back. We'll talk about it as we continue here. Live from the Family Leisure Studios. Hour number 2, we're going to talk to everybody. Kari as well. When that's next, stick around.
So you're finally going back to work in your actual office in actual downtown Memphis. That means it's time to get back in the habit of making yourself happy by going to Happy Hour. And there's no better happy hour downtown than at 117 Prime. The executive happy hour at 117 Prime has it all. From $5 glasses of house wines to $5 craft cocktails, $3 domestics and local beers, paired with the best oyster bar anywhere in town and the happy hour specials from the best chefs in town. And you've got the recipe for the perfect happy hour. And the only place for the perfect happy hour every weekday is 117 Prime.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Sain, I found some audio of Gabe at Taekwondo.
No, okay.
Oh, yeah. You ready for it?
Go ahead.
Oh, bring that.
You got something for me?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
My man Gabe at Taekwondo.
I am Dragonfly Jones. Schooling some of these young punks in my jiu-jitsu class.
Yeah, that's him.
That's right. Yeah. Dragonfly.
Yeah, Gabe thinks he's that dude.
You got that Christmas bonus you promised me, man? Silent. Silent. I got your money, but I ain't giving it to you.
Gabe with his belt on.
As a matter of fact, give everybody a drink on me, except this fun. Comic book, man.
Speaking of silence, this next segment we'll be talking about HBCU stuff. HBCU stuff only. Nothing regarding the NBA or what happened last night will be discussed for next.
Nothing.
But yeah, I'm excited to start this segment that we have every week.
Yeah.
It's HBCU only segment today.
That's HBCU only?
Yeah.
HBCU only.
Shout out to Alcorn State.
HBCU only.
So I can't think of anything else we would want to talk to Kari about other than HBCUs.
Yeah. No, we're not going to talk about any basketball or anything like that. For sure. At least not professional basketball.
No. We're not doing that.
No. For sure.
So much stuff going on in the world of HBCUs.
Why would we do that? That doesn't make any sense.
Peter, I'm going to have to send you that footage I had of Gabe at Taekwondo class beating people up over his money. We were playing that while you.
Yeah, it gets on my nerves, man.
Oh,
bring him on. Bring him on. Let's get this over.
You think we should? Okay, all right. You've had your fun, Kari. Okay, go ahead. Kari Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and get out of the way.
What's up?
Man, come on, man. What's up?
They was about to blame me again, Kari. I'm glad you started talking.
Yeah, a lot of people thought we. See what I'm saying?
I said, go ahead, get it all. Come on, let's go ahead, and make it happen. Let's go.
What else you got?
He said, "That's what else you got."
You a better man than me because I'd be destroying you this morning if we had him on.
You be destroying me?
Yep.
That's the difference between Memphis and Boston, man.
See what I'm saying? Y'all a much more civilized bunch.
Y'all got baked beans and we got barbecue.
See what I'm saying? This kind of stuff make me want to just make me. I just don't like Kari Thompson, man. You guys are much more civilized bunch. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe after y'all get a championship, you'll understand.
Yeah, tell me about the one you remember. You remember the Paul Pierce ones, though?
Of course, that's my team. Paul Pierce, Rondo, KG, Ray Allen.
Bro, you're not a Boston fan. That's the only championship you remember. You ain't old enough to be talking about you a Boston fan, bro.
That's one more championship in the crib. So what we talking about?
How old were you when you won that championship? Was that a pretty dope feeling though? Like how old were you?
It was amazing. That was 08, so I was like 13, 14.
So you probably thought it was like, hey, we're going to win this every year. I'm jealous, man. For real. 13-year-old me would have lost my mind if we had a pro team here and we won a championship.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, by that point, we had the Patriots and the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah.
So
y'all were already spoiled. Yeah.
It was nice to see the Celtics get one.
Y'all so spoiled as a fan base, man. Championships ain't no big deal.
Man.
What do you guys think about Derek White? Y'all got him at the All-Star break. I mean, at the All-Star break. Y'all got him at the trade deadline. A lot of people are raving about how he's fit in there. What do you think about him?
Honestly, man, that one went over my head. I didn't even know we picked him up.
You see what I'm saying? Get out of here.
Big fan. He's a big fan.
He's a fan, though. Anyway.
They got me pulling.
Did you even watch the game last night, bro? Did you watch the game?
He's not even watching the game.
No.
Let's get this guy out of
No,
here.
man. No, I didn't. It's the state championships for Mississippi high school basketball.
I got you, bro. I feel you.
Oh!
I'll give you a pass on it.
Oh,
so you care about preps, just like Memphis preps. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
No, I'm saying they're making me work, man. They're making me Jackson State and preps, bro.
No, I got you.
They got me grinding.
Are you telling me you only? Wait a second. Wait a second. Are you telling me you only cared about Memphis preps because they paid you to do? Oh, it's unbelievable. This is ridiculous.
I just hope any Memphis coaches aren't listening.
I hope the coaches aren't listening.
Fake relationships with, man.
I didn't say that. I mean, I've been paying attention. I mean, I know that Bartlett beat East, and I know that Christian Brothers is in the state title game. Like, let's go.
You know about FACS too, right?
I haven't seen what FACS up there. I bet they're doing good though.
Oh yeah, they're rolling.
Rolling.
Yeah, for sure.
It's unbelievable. You probably only care about HBCUs because you're getting paid.
Yeah. Let me find out you didn't want to go there. Let me find out your parents made you go to HBCU.
Yeah. That's right.
Nah, I got to fly right to Hampton because I'm a nerd. That's why I went.
Dig. Well, HBCU night was incredible Monday at the FedEx Forum when Jai hit that 53. The Grizzlies really have been doing a great job with it. 52, I'm sorry, yeah. My bad. 52 for the city. But yeah, HBCU night was dope, man. Like it didn't feel forced. Like it was smooth. The Grizzlies pulled out like their employees who kind of showcased their employees at the HBCU grass. They did a stroll. TCU's band came out and performed at halftime. It was dope, man.
TSU, Tennessee State.
What I say? TCU?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
He said 53 points TCU.
Yeah, you can say, I don't know what's going on.
I'm out, man.
Right?
I'm done. Tag in.
Tag in. Here goes Pete with off the top ropes.
Oh, my God.
There's a hot tag to Peter Robinson. It's talking about black.
Oh, my God. It just happened.
Go ahead, Peter.
That's
You got
right.
Talk about the HBCU experience.
But,
yeah, that's
Grand City Media got some HBCU folks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They're deep over there.
Went to TCU. Like,
I might need to go get some hours in.
Mike Wallace went to Grambling. Like they got some major
That's right.
players over there.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's nice. They've done it. You saw they had the Divine Nine out there doing dance and stuff and doing some steps. It was great. Just a fun, just a really important atmosphere, and it's something that they've, I think, because like you said, because they do have a lot of HBCU grads over there. I think that that has helped to emphasize that importance. But I think again, it's another example of the increased role that we've seen HBCUs play. I even saw a story about a Jackson State alum guy by the name of Doug Williams, not to be confused with Grambling quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Go ahead.
Doug Williams. No, he's only 26, but he is part of the team that developed the James Webb Space Telescope. That's one of the most powerful telescope that's ever been done. He's a Jackson State guy, so it's I just seen when I'm looking at my astronomy news, which I like to do. I happen to notice that, and Corey, I thought you might appreciate that. Being down at Jackson State.
That's fire. That's great news. Also, Coach Prime has his documentary out, and they've been highlighting some Jackson State alums. Like, did you know the chef at James Harden's restaurant is a Jackson State alum? I didn't know that. He played football at Jackson State. He was in the latest episode of the documentary.
Where's James Harden's restaurant?
I think it's the one in Houston, 13.
You ever been there?
No. I've never been to Houston. I've never been to the state of Texas in my life.
You never what?
How is it
Texas is so big. How have you never been there?
I was surprised they're from the East Coast. Memphis is like Mississippi now is the furthest south I've ever been.
Wow. What about West? Have you been West?
I've been to LA once. That's it.
Okay. All right. Man. Kari, we gotta you sheltered, man. We gotta get you out and
come on, man.
Experience. I'm surprised that. I mean, that's cool. But it's a lot easier to travel in the entire East Coast, man. I mean, I just gotta be honest with you. Like you're Boston, like you catch a train, you can go. You can hit a bunch of cities pretty easily. Boston, New York, right. Philly, Washington D.C. It's not hard to go up and down the Eastern Seaboard. It's a lot harder to go from into Dallas to Houston is quite a ways. San Antonio in the mix there too. I'm just surprised that James Harden has a restaurant and not a strip club. I mean,
yeah, no, it seems like he's playing that all the way wrong.
Yeah, I feel like that's a real missed opportunity for him. Is he still got his thing? 13? Is it still like now that he's left in somewhat acrimonious fashion? Is it still going? I guess it's still going.
Yeah, business is business.
I don't know. It's hard to. Shane Battier had that. You remember Shane Battier had that place downtown?
Yeah.
Prime Ministers. As soon as he left, it was
gone. I'm out of here.
Put the.
Shane Battier had a spot downtown back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
where was that?
Sure did. It was on Main Street. I think it was. I'm trying to remember exactly where it was, but yeah, it was. I think it was on Main, and it was like a sort of an upscale kind of spot. It was all right. Wasn't great, but then just like him, it was kind of fake. And then as soon as he was up out of there, that's pretty much it.
Yes, I love when people tell like the real story, the real Shane Battier story.
Yeah, he was fake, man. Fake. One of the fakest dudes out there.
By the way, guys, 13 by James Harden opens today at 4:00. They are still open.
Well, good. Make some reservations. See if we can get down there.
Yeah.
You got the check. I'll make the reservations.
I'm trying to get in the VIP room.
Hell, I'll drive.
Oh
sure
man,
it goes down a little different.
You got the check. You're the one out here,
I'll drive.
betting all this money and all that. You're the one to take care of that. That's no problem. You got that.
That was a long time ago.
Kari, Jackson, JSU basketball coach Wayne Brent is going to retire at the end of the season. Tell us more about him and his stay when he was there. And is he getting out of the way for Lindsey Hunter?
No, it's for Mo Williams.
For real?
Reportedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mo Williams is the reported front
That's
runner.
a bigger name than Lindsey Hunter, wouldn't you agree? All-star Mo Williams?
Yeah, but Mo Mo Williams already coaching at an HBCU, and he's not winning. His team is like 7-21 or something like that.
Yeah.
You got to do better than Mo.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of a weird move in that respect.
But Mo Williams is from Jackson, and he went to the same high school as the AD, so it makes sense on that front.
Yeah.
They know each other.
Okay. What about Mo Wagner?
Wayne Brent is an interesting cat. I wrote a whole feature on how his daughter is engaged to one of the JSU players. It was like a JSU love story. It's pretty cool. I was pretty proud of that one.
I saw a commercial with Dion and his son on YouTube. I didn't really pay attention to what it was till I skipped it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that deal that they have? Is that the one? I'm sure you talked about it before.
It was probably his deal with Oikos, the yogurt company.
No, they were like cutting wood or something.
Yeah, that was a yogurt commercial.
Oh, okay.
That's the one where he's going stronger.
Yeah.
The whole campaign is like,
Yeah, I
Dion's like,
missed
son, you need to eat your Oikos so you can be strong.
Yeah, I reflex skipped it. I ain't gonna lie to you. My reflexes was like, skip this. You know, like, oh crap, I should have skipped it. I wanted to watch it, but it was,
Man, it's hilarious because at the end, they're all talking smack about how they're strong, and then like Dion's mom pops out and she's like, "Strong? What you know about strength? I've birthed you." Like, it's hilarious.
Well, the idea that I saw Jackson State's AD's getting a pay raise, and which I'm
Man, you're making a $250,000.
Yeah,
you're making a $250,000 now. That's good money
look
for
at
an HBCU AD.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's got a little contract extension, which is nice.
That's just
and he's hiring a high school, apparently a high school. I don't know if a friend, but somebody he's well acquainted with, and somebody who lives in the area. And I mean, that's okay. Like I don't know if that's not really a splash hire, but we talked a lot about HBCU football, but HBCU basketball. What needs to happen for HBCU basketball to jump in the mix? And did I see something right that TSU's getting invited to the SWAC? Did I see that?
So Dr. Cavill tweeted that. He's a pretty good source, I would say. He said that TSU, basically the SWAC reached out to TSU about it, and TSU kind of has to make a decision. But I think it makes sense because, Eddie George not too long ago said that the OVC is a dying conference, and they kind of proved him right because they went and merged with the Big South Conference because they knew that in their current state it wasn't going to work. So TSU's been pretty open about saying that they want a new home. The AD the other week said the end goal for them is to get to the FBS, which I don't know how feasible it is for them. Seems more feasible for Jackson State than them, but kudos to them for trying because no HBCU has ever reached that level. So to answer your question, the SWAC makes a lot of sense for them because you have all those natural rivalries, and TSU was an HBCU like a fish out of water. Basically, they were the only HBCU for a long time to not play in the MEAC or a SWAC in Division I. So for them to come back home to an HBCU conference and renew some rivalries, and what basically is the HBCU super conference in D1 would make a lot of sense.
What do you think about Coach Prime shooting down Shaquille O'Neal's suggestion that he coach the Cowboys?
I mean, it's good for me. Like, more chance that he stays. I think that what you got to pay attention to with that situation is he's very open about saying, I don't want to coach pros. I don't want to coach the NFL. But when it comes to Power 5 college, when you ask him, his answer's different. When it comes to Power 5 college, it's like, I don't know, we'll see, never say never. So it seems like Power 5 college is much more of a target than the NFL for Coach Prime.
He makes these comments about he'll go somewhere only if he gets to be the CEO of football. What exactly do you think he means by it?
He has to run it, man.
Yeah.
He has to be the guy. I mean, you think Deion Sanders is going to,
check in with his AD?
Not be the top dog. He's going to want to do things his way. It's what's made his time at Jackson State so different, man. When they beat Alabama A&M by 40-something during the regular season, they left a little pink scooter for the other head coach who was talking smack. Prime signed a pink scooter and left it midfield for him, and the players are all taking selfies. Like,
see,
it's just different, man.
That's what we're talking about right there.
Could you see
That's
a
what
Power
we're
5 school giving them that kind of power? Could you see that?
Yeah, if he recruits and he wins, absolutely. Yeah. Remember,
Man, if it was a Power 5 school, like, I mean, it would have, but he wouldn't go to like just any old Power 5 school.
Yeah,
like,
he would be like
he's not going to go to like
Florida State
Kansas or something. Like,
Yeah.
he's not going to go to Indiana or something like. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't. He needs a little more than that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
I would
Art
have to think
Briles
so.
could
Surely,
be a
right?
Power 5 coach. If Art Briles can run a Power 5 program, I think Deion could get an opportunity, especially now with his recruiting track record.
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking
that's
of which,
not all Power 5 people are staying.
yeah, I'm just saying. I'm saying for Prime, I don't know why it would. To me, that wouldn't be smart, or it wouldn't be the right move for him. But he knows business, so he can take care of himself. Art Briles, you mentioned, not going to be Grambling's offensive coordinator. Hugh Jackson releasing a statement through his foundation, or I don't know. It's just this. It was never going to work. I don't even know why they did it. It was a ridiculous situation, and thank God he's not going to be there. But I mean, I still don't understand what Hugh Jackson's even thinking there.
I don't know. Like, does Art Briles have some kind of dirt on Hugh Jackson or something? Because, like,
Yeah.
this goes back to his NFL days. This is not anything new. Like, 5 or 6 years ago, he was trying to do the same thing in Cleveland. So I don't know why he's all in on giving second chances to Art Briles, of all people, when he's at an HBCU and we're at a time when Brian Flores is suing the NFL because black coaches aren't getting a shot. Here you have a black coach at Hugh Jackson at a black school, and he wants to hire Art Briles for offensive coordinator. Like, what is this? Like, it's a joke.
It's the thing. I don't get it. I don't even know why they were trying to do it. But I'm glad. I'm really glad that it's not going to happen. That's the number one thing. Like, it would have been such a black eye on Grambling to try to defend that, and it just would have been a bad situation all the way around. So, but I don't know what necessarily has to happen for our Briles to be, able to work in that situation again. But he hasn't done it. Whatever it is, he hasn't done it yet. So that much I know. Now, Sain, you were talking about Lindsey Hunter potentially going to. Man, look, I looked up Lindsey Hunter because he's a Jackson State alum. I didn't realize. Lindsey Hunter. No, Lindsey Hunter's he was at Mississippi Valley State, but he's been placed on leave in the last week or two. But listen, you talked about how Mo Williams is not very good, like record wise.
Yeah.
Lindsey Hunter in 3 years has his record. Do you know what his record is in 3 years?
I'm looking at it now.
7-72.
Man,
7 wins in 3 years. I mean, Mo Williams is Red Auerbach compared to Lindsey Hunter. I mean, my God, like this is if those are the two choices, then, jeez, oh my
Man.
God.
Lindsey Hunter, Hugh Jackson of black basketball.
Holy Lord, like 7-72 in. God, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not joking. I'm pretty sure I could do that. I don't think I'd be worse than that. I mean, having no coaching experience whatsoever, I don't think I'd be worse than that. Yeah. I don't even know what. Oh God. Wow. Whew. Yeah.
Oh man.
Go get him. He's there. He's available, folks. go.
You know you're sorry when your own HBCU you graduated from don't even want you to coach.
Yeah, they're like, nah, we're good. We're
Good on
good.
Lindsey.
Thank you. We're good on you, man. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for your
ridiculous.
Your years of service as a undergrad. We appreciate it.
7-72. Man. All right, man. We appreciate it, Kari. Thank you. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next week. All right, man. Kari Thompson joining us talking HBCUs with Kari when we come back. We'll talk a little bit about this weekend and a big weekend. The Houston game Tigers regular season coming to an end, getting ready for conference tournament week. All of that is still to come as we continue here. Live from the Family Leisure Studios, presented by Poultry Power. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
Brett Norsworthy and Gabe Kuhn drive you home with Sports Time on Sports 56. Brought to you by DeSoto Auto Sales. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Bung, 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 bung. There you go.
4?
How many times are we going to hear that tomorrow, Pete?
10.
Bro, we gonna blitz them folks tomorrow, bro.
When was the last time there was a game this big for the Tigers?
1 versus 2, Tennessee, Memphis.
Nah.
A long time.
You don't think so?
This game ain't big as that game.
At home? Oh, he's an
SB.
SB.
Saying something. Yeah,
yeah. This is the biggest game since then.
Since then.
Yeah,
correct.
for sure, yeah. Well, we didn't get a home game against them last year, right?
Nope, and they were afraid this year after we brought the COVID to Nashville.
Yeah.
It would be. It's a huge game. It's a huge game, and I just think that the way things are set up right now. I mean, if you watched last night, that was a solid unspectacular victory. And I think ultimately, that's fine. I mean, that's all they needed to do at this point in time. No need to do anything else. But if the lessons have been learned, then I think they're in pretty good shape for this game coming up on Sunday. I will say I don't like the fact that it's a 11 a.m. tip-off.
Yeah.
But that's the norm, though, right?
11 a.m. on a...
Those early games are always weird.
That's the norm, though, for the last game of the season. Normally, CBS.
Yeah,
11
I know,
a.m.
and I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't like basketball unless you're a child.
You gotta get
Basketball's
going.
not supposed to be played like before, I don't know,
brunch.
5 o'clock at least. Like, I mean, 3 maybe. I don't. Basketball's not an afternoon sport. It's not football. It's not baseball. Basketball's a night sport at the highest levels. That's what it's supposed to be. I hate going to a game and then walking out and it's still daylight. That's just weird to me. I don't like it. And I don't think players play so many games.
Players seem to be
play so many games and they're in a certain rhythm where you have the day to get ready, and it just feels like so many of the afternoon games, even in the NBA playoffs. I mean, there's so many afternoon games, and I just don't like those. I don't like those either. I don't know. It's just not. I'm not a
Make
fan
a phone call.
So I mean the church crowd. I've talked to people. It's going to be tough. The church crowd it's going to be tough for them to get down there. Make it Sunday at 11 o'clock. You're going to have a service in the middle of the game.
Pastor stoppage.
Can we do that? Can we have a pastoral stoppage in the middle of a game?
After the offering, we're going to run a highlight of the Tigers.
It's not a media timeout. It's God's timeout. This is God's timeout today. Going to take time out of this game to think about who's the real three-point shooter on high, if you know what I mean. Getting hot from outside.
How dare you worry about some Tigers on the Lord's Day?
You ought to be like Lions.
Wait a minute. The audacity of you, Penny Hardaway. You go ask for the prayer warriors and y'all can have a game going on at 11 o'clock when you know church going on?
Yeah, I know. Church.
Get your priorities together.
Got to get the 8 a.m. mass, man.
I know. 8 a.m. service is going to be live in Memphis this year.
Man, they got to do like 6 a.m. service. Some of these folks. Some of these church
o'clock.
services go a little long.
Service,
I don't know if 2 hours is going to be enough. Some of these pastors get going, and it might be 2.5 hours later.
You talking about come back?
All right, we got it. Yep, God, yep. All right.
Talking about come back for evening service, man. It is evening.
Salvation. This is evening. I've been here for 3 hours. What we got going here?
Tigers win.
Man, that's what you talk about. Where we are still segregated, black church and white church, two totally different.
Oh man, who you talking?
It's not even. It's just
question. I got a question. Either one of you guys ever spoke at a church before? Just being professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? You have. You obviously have. You obviously have. Okay. What about you, Pete?
Of course, Sain is definitely. Sain's definitely.
Yeah.
I've spoken at church, but I've not spoken as a man of the cloth or anything like that. I haven't given that.
Man of the cloth, Dr. Claude is one. Next time, Jesus. Next time.
I'm so crazy.
Man, you know what? I was going to black church all my life. And a white friend invited me to her church one time. And it was like a real like Malcolm X Mecca experience.
Yeah.
Did they have plates afterwards?
No.
Okay.
I called my friend. I was like, because the friend I had, we used to kind of work with the planning of our church service. And a lot of stuff we would plan to make it more efficient. Our pastor would kick back like, no, we got to have it. Like, we got to have an offering moment in the church service where like
building fund, baby.
Where it's set aside to make this part of the service is for offering. We was like, why we just can't have it where it's understood that you go drop your offering at the end of the service? Why we have to actually make that where we got to pray about it, preach about it, teach about it, sing a song while doing it? Like there's like a 20-minute experience.
Because it's
like,
3 of them, right?
It was like we can knock 20 minutes off the service. Like, Pastor, we got this dope idea. We're gonna get rid of the offering. You know what I mean? So he was like, nah, it ain't never happening. So like anyway, so my first time visiting a non-black church, I called my friend immediately after. I was like, brother, it was 45 minutes. I was like, what were we doing in those other?
Were you late?
No, I was on time. I was like, what were we doing those other 2 hours? You know what I mean? Like, what filled up that time? He was like, man, I have no clue.
Three choir songs, one where the entire church sings together, 3 other, the Building Fund, Benevolent Fund,
Bro.
your offering and your tithes. Then you have to let the children's choir go up there. So, yeah, two and a half
it's
hours,
definitely
baby.
different, man. Because, like, I called him. I had tears in my eyes. Like, bro, what were we doing with God's time? Like, we were horrible stewards of God's time. Bro, we were having 3-hour church service. For what?
I mean,
so grandma can cook the food at home.
I mean, it's so you have black church and white church, and then you have country church and city church also. Another different.
Oh yeah.
So that's a whole different thing too. Because you go straight into country church, you go straight into the meal situation,
right?
Whatever, right into the gathering room for all that other stuff, and then you got. It's a whole calendar and everything else.
And white city church is different than white country church too.
Yeah, white city church is totally different. White country church is got more in common with quote unquote black church, although it's not it's not the same, but there's some more similarities. But man, I remember going to different churches. Went to a black church with a friend of mine. It's like, what do we do?
Why are they asking me for my rent money?
What is this done?
Be put out and be homeless, but give it to us.
I did not budget 2 hours for this. I didn't budget 2.5. I mean, we're still here. What am I?
Right.
Okay.
Nothing's faster than white city church though. Because you go Life Church in Memphis, like you go use the bathroom, you can miss
you get the bulletin. You get the bulletin. Say, boom, there it is. We're going bing, 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 right down the list, and we're out.
If you come to church,
11:45, we're done.
If you come to church and you see a guy with spiky hair and skinny jeans, it's over.
Yeah.
If you go use the bathroom, you're gonna miss church.
And he's got the mic on the
the lapel mic, yeah. On the headset mic, yeah.
Oh, the lapel mic.
Looking like Beyonce or something out here. He's like,
super cool.
Walking around just freelancing with that lapel mic.
I will praise your name. I will praise you. And then it's like, okay, here we go. And then it's like,
he's like, yeah, man.
At about 11:55, people are going to start walking out. If you're not done. People are gonna start walking out.
It's we're doing something different.
I got lunch reservations at 12:15, guys.
Yeah. Then the whole church gets out and goes to Chipotle or something. Right.
City
churches, white city church is different, man. Yeah, man. So God's doing something different. I don't have anything to say. I'm just gonna DM you guys some inspirational words to get you through today, get you through your week. I'm just gonna praise Jesus today. They sing one song and it's over. Oh man,
yeah. Hey, man, we're gonna let this guy. This is Barry on the guitar. He's gonna let Jesus work through him as he plays his guitar solo for about 3 minutes. It's like, all right.
He's gonna share his own testimony through music, guys.
His own testimony through the guitar. All right.
Yeah, check your DMs. I've already DM'd you guys the message. Just take your notes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just go home, man. We're trying to keep.
We'll double check on that. We've got that through. We got the Google Docs. I've got a Google Doc of the outline, stuff like that. Bible studies.
I dressed up for this.
We got an app for your Bible study. BBLE, we call it, bubble, and we're just, it's gonna just pop up with a great verse.
Nah, man, y'all for the priest to be. I dressed up for this crap. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
The preacher's out here not dressed up at all. He's
right.
He's got the little plaid button up shirt and little jeans on and little little chain wallet. All right, yeah,
who's the pastor in this place, man?
So here's the big difference, guys. So you start with the choir. This is the big difference.
Yeah, the choir for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is the church that you said you visited right here.
No, that's what I grew up on.
I don't think you grew up on them.
Yeah, I did.
See the way they moving, I know it wouldn't.
I got to take you to white church so you can see what it look like. White church is U2.
Okay.
You're going to see U2 up there as the band.
Because that basically was U2, and then this is the black church.
Nah. Yeah, you clearly never been to white church.
No, not at all. You got to take me, brother.
Hey, if I take you, it's a whole nother
white church is the white.
That's a whole nother experience.
I do church here on Sunday morning.
That was black church and black church.
Every Sunday morning.
Yeah, exactly. That was black church and black church. You go to white church, it's gonna be U2 up there for real. It's gonna be a growing
white church.
band.
It's
with
white
guitar. The guitar going.
It might possibly be it also might possibly be for older school white church. It's gonna be just a bunch of old folks up in the choir, just Lord is great.
Yeah, that too.
And it's so nice to be
No
a
instruments or
friend
nothing.
of Jesus. Like, okay, all right.
Strangely enough, you too have a
462 in our book. All right.
You too has a gospel song.
Yeah, that's what white church
U2 is
now.
a Christian band.
Yeah,
U2 is a
that's a lot of
Christian
people
band.
don't understand.
Are they all the way?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, they're not, I don't know, official, but they certainly are. They might as well be.
Somebody said that they came out and was like, white Christian churches need to stop biting our style. Somebody said it
You
was
too.
Like, somebody said it was like, y'all need to make up your own vibe, man, because y'all been riding ours for like 20 years. Like, I think they came out and said it. Anyway.
Y'all so crazy.
Yeah, I'll take you with me, man. You got to see what white church.
Well, but the bigger issue is that, ladies and gentlemen, none of these churches are going to be able to do anything because the game is on at 11 o'clock on Sunday.
The nerve of you, Penny Hardaway.
You people, this is the heathenist.
Choose ye this day what God you serve.
And after everything's done, they give you that. What they? All of the churches dismissed, and they start walking down that black church. See y'all tomorrow next Sunday.
Yeah, something wrong with you, fam.
They don't play this at your church?
No.
Oh, okay.
They may remix that joint.
They may remix it. Okay.
Living when the spirit goes.
Let me see your God.
Hey, I'm sure God could give us one Sunday off to enjoy Tiger basketball.
No Sundays off.
All those prayers we put in for this team. Come on, man.
You shut them down, don't you recall?
I didn't put them in.
You shut them down, though. You like no prayers for the Tigers.
I'm gonna be a church
find out.
I'm going to church.
Just going to find out. Just going to find out about it. Just going to find out where things are.
See whose side God is on.
Or that guy with his telephone in his hand and everybody praying. He but hell yeah! Tiger scored. I'm sorry,
Fam, I gotta take you to white church. You said you've never been to white church before?
Nothing but Cozy Pentecostal Temple
man.
Church of God in Christ.
You never, clearly you never been to white church.
The church right adjacent to the FedEx Forum is my home church.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a rock band up there, and it's gonna be like you're gonna think you.
Like I said, I do church service here every Sunday morning, and I see their choir. Yeah,
but yeah, the church we have is a different type of vibe. But yeah, I'm gonna take you, bro. You be like, okay, what is this? I feel like I'm in the New Days. Like, you gonna be like I'm telling you, bro, it's just like that. You'll see. Hey, we going next Sunday, man, for real.
That man say New Days.
Oh man, shame on you, Penny.
Yeah, go to the Lambda Center for church.
Man, I'm dead serious. You think I'm joking?
No, I think during the breaks there should be some preaching going on.
Why not?
Point. Halftime. Halftime.
Jesus,
brother T.D. Jakes. Halftime act.
It's time for
no James Solomon.
It's time for
halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime, and it's joined by brother T.D. Jakes.
No, it's not. It's not the chicken dance. It's time for the praise dance.
Sponsored by Jesus.
Sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Instead of the kiss cam, it's the prayer cam brought to you by
who praying the hardest.
Different churches get their bid in.
The modesty,
just like the kiss cam, they go back to that person.
Yeah, the side hug cam.
The side hug cam.
There you
go. Brought to you by.
No touching.
No touching.
I be careful. Leave room for God in between. Everybody knows that.
And Reverend Lovejoy from The Simpsons is rolling over in his grave.
Hey, Memphis gonna beat them folks, man. Like Memphis is going to beat Houston Sunday. Like don't skip over that part.
Also, tomorrow.
Why you ain't gonna comment?
No, I'm not gonna comment on that. Real quick for the break though, tomorrow, are you gonna be emotional, sad? What's your emotional outlook gonna be as Coach K coaches his final game in Cameron Indoor Stadium against North Carolina?
No, man, because you talk about fake people. I think that, like, bro, Coach K, legendary coach. I can't take him away from anything he's done on the court, but like,
let that man be, man. Mars' last game at home. Let that man be, man.
Yeah, shout out to the legend, shout out to the GOAT. But man, I'm good.
Man is giving you countless players to root for and root against.
I got a feeling there's gonna be some Coach K stuff that's gonna come out after this dude steps out.
Oh boy.
Because there's a lot of things that are left undone there that,
That's why you still hanging around.
Nothing like, Bad, but just
okay.
Because
Well, I mean,
we've
seen
painted this picture that Coach K has done all this clean, and that's not. No way that's the case.
Time it comes out,
We kinda
Joe
know.
pause it.
Yeah,
we kind of know what the deal is there. So that's where it is right there. We will see now. Coming up, we'll talk about this weekend. What's going to happen as we come back live from the Family Leisure Studios, presented by Poultry Power, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
The all-new Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Brought to you by Action 24/7, James Gaddis Jewelers, and Acura of Memphis. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
So we all know you can get everything you need at a grocery store, but why would you pay more for lesser quality meat? At Louis Deli and Meat Market in Arlington, you're not only going to see the quality in their meats, but you will literally taste the quality in every single bite. Plus, more than likely, pay less. And that's really important nowadays. Got to get together? Fire up that grill with their handmade garlic sausages or jalapeno and cheddar bratwurst. Or how about a hand-cut bacon wrap filet or top sirloin? The absolute best. Or if you want to know how to improve your outdoor grilling, pick up some of Louis' fresh ground beef or maybe their hand-cut ribeye or New York strip. Louis has literally everything for your grill, from barbecue rubs, sauces, charcoal, and so much more. And Louis Deli and Meat Market only carries the finest deli meats and 19 cheeses. And I guarantee you they make the best deli sandwiches in the area. So visit Louis Deli and Meat Market, located in Arlington at 11695 Highway 70, just north of a mile east of Highway 385. Is locally and veteran-owned. Is Louis Deli and Meat Market. It's the quality you can see and taste.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
The next time you're driving into work or just getting out of the house to grab some breakfast or lunch and you see that fast food drive-through line and you know at the end of that is nothing but disappointment, well, pass right by and head to Sunrise on Jefferson. Don't settle for food that tastes just like the cardboard container it came in. Take yourself and anyone else that happens to be in the car to Sunrise and enjoy fast, fresh food made just for you. Stop settling and start enjoying breakfast and lunch. Enjoy some Sunrise.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Yeah. There you go.
That's how we go in
There you
out.
go.
Funky Friday.
Dallas Cowboys releasing Amari Cooper
Oh, no.
at the start of the new league year. Cowboys are so stupid. Oh, it's so good. I love the fact that they overpaid Ezekiel Elliott, and now they're mad about that, and they're running money flows tight, so now they got to release a really good player, more valuable player probably. It's great.
Yeah.
Love it. Can't get enough of that. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, all right, like you told me the first show, none of us are Cowboy fans, so trash on them, dump on them, do what you got to do, baby.
Exactly.
Do what you got to do,
as far as I'm
baby.
concerned. Absolutely beautiful. I hope that hope they end up having to release him. Hope nobody trades with. I hope because that'll cost them extra money against the cap, like $6 million of dead money. It's great. I love it. Hope long may that continue. No one cooperate with them, please. Let's hope that will continue. Grizzlies back at home, beginning a stretch of games that I think are much more manageable. You know, the game against the Celtics was a tricky one, tough one. We all kind of knew that. But now the rest of the month pretty much is very manageable, pretty straightforward games, albeit a few road games for sure. You play tomorrow night in FedEx Forum against the Orlando Magic. I mean, come on. Then at Houston on Sunday, home to New Orleans, a TNT game. Back on TNT, hopefully a little better performance on national television.
Please.
Tuesday. Then the Knicks at home Friday. Then a 4-game road trip, but about the easiest 4-game road trip you could want. At Oklahoma City, at Indiana, at Atlanta, at Houston. I mean, that's about as good as you get for our road trip. And then finally, you face some competition. Brooklyn, an ESPN game on Wednesday. That's at home. Should have KD and Kyrie, I guess, because there's no. I assume there's no mandate anymore, right?
Well, it's a road game anyway, so.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
There's no mandate here, so he can play.
Oh yeah, he can play.
So it'll be KD and Kyrie, maybe Ben Simmons by then. I doubt it, but maybe. Then Indiana, then Milwaukee, then Golden State. So it gets a little tougher towards the end of the month. But for the next 8 games, Orlando, Houston, New Orleans, Knicks, Thunder, Pacers, Atlanta, Houston. Man, that you could. That's
you could gain some. You could really make some noise.
8-0, 7-1. I mean, like those are all. You'll be favorites, and they'll be favorites in every one of those games.
By the time we play the Warriors, where are we?
Maybe not at Atlanta. Maybe at Atlanta,
Atlanta's
or maybe
gonna be hard.
That might be the only one they would be favored. But the rest of them are they'll be favored.
By the time we play the Warriors, are we in second place behind them? Tied? Where are we?
I would think so. I think they'd be in second place, probably by a couple games, based on the way the Warriors are playing right now. I mean, look at
They've been a 500 team without Draymond Green.
Man, the Warriors have lost 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah.
Warriors play at the Lakers, and speaking of trash teams, good Lord. Lakers, oh my God. And then they play at Denver, Clippers, at Denver, Milwaukee, Washington, Boston. They got a pretty tough little stretch coming up here. So, and then they've still got a 5-game road trip that ends in that game in Memphis. So it's the final game of a 5-game road trip for the Warriors when they play in Memphis later on in the month. That's they've got one of the tougher schedules in the season. Grizzlies are in pretty good shape when it comes to strength of schedule. Speaking of the Lakers, Sain, are you officially now like worried about this pick?
Yeah, we ain't getting it.
Like I watched a lot this week. This week has made me like I don't know that they're going to get this.
Nah, we ain't getting
I don't know if the Grizzlies are going to get this pick. The bottom may just drop out of the Lakers. The bottom may just drop out of the Lakers.
Yeah, they're terrible. They're done, man. I don't think we're getting that pick at this point. I've been hanging on tough this whole time, but hey, times change, people change. I'm out.
Times change.
I'm out, man.
I mean,
everybody's out.
I got to take that that people probably are not going to agree with. Well, locally they might, but nationally they won't. Like, there's a lot of talk about the Warriors and how good they were with Draymond and how they're bad without, or they're a pretty bad team without him. How do we know that this isn't just kind of who they were going to sell in to be anyway? Like, how do we know this is just a Draymond thing? Could be. More than likely is. But I never really bought the Warriors. I always kind of felt like they came out super hot, playing over their heads, and I felt like they would settle down. I think they're probably somewhere closer in the middle than being this team that's world beaters with Draymond Green and they look average without him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to disagree. I mean, we've seen when they're all together, they're still good. Especially with Klay Thompson in the mix.
Yeah.
I think
he might be right though, Pete. Minus two rookies, minus two rookies, and Klay Thompson. This is the same team that was a lottery team last year.
Exactly.
So you may be correct.
They were a playing team last year, bro. With Draymond.
Yeah, this is a different. No, it's. I'm not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there yet.
Can we see teams come out super hot and then fall off? Like the Grizzlies started off super average and they turned it up. Like, how do we know that this isn't closer to what the Warriors actually are anyway, regardless if they got Draymond? I'm tired of this DeMar DeRozan MVP talk too, man. Y'all can go to hell with this stuff, bro. Like, get out of my face with DeMar DeRozan is freaking MVP of the league. Man, y'all gonna stop hating on Ja. Y'all done made me mad now, bro.
It's a few passes.
I'm finna go show Ja some of these tweets, man.
Like somebody's like,
you gonna show
we
Ja?
just talked about this. He doesn't need to do that anymore. No, I mean, like Steph Curry's only shooting 36% from three this year. Klay's at 37%. Like, I assume those are probably going to get better as things go on. You've seen, but they do rely a lot on Jordan Poole and Gary Payton, the second. I don't know if those are.
It's not Gary Payton's son. It's not Gary Payton's kid. Stop saying it.
Sure doesn't look like.
Call the kid something else, man.
I can only call him what's on his jersey. Gary Payton 2 is what I said.
Man, that's Kenya Martin's kid. Quick screwing around. This is Joe Budden's kid.
I said Joe Budden's kid.
Kid is not Gary
Kenny Martin's
Payton's
kids in the league. Also, Kuminga. They got some guys, but I don't. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to knock them off their pedestal just yet. Especially in a 7-game series, you're gonna have to beat them. Grizzlies match up well with them. Grizzlies beat them in the play-in last year. Grizzlies have beaten them this year. I don't think it'd be an issue necessarily, but it is. I'm not gonna disrespect them like that. Come on now.
I'm trying to tell you who Gary Payton II looks like. I'm gonna crack the case on this because Gary Payton is not your dad.
Black Pastor just hit me up. He says he agrees with you, Mr. Sain.
What's it?
Just in general.
About what? Gary Payton II?
About the Tigers.
Just life.
Oh. I'm a good man to agree with me.
Yep. Listen to him.
Oh, he's playing. Yeah, we're gonna win. I can't identify who Gary Payton II looks like, but he's somebody's love child.
Little Joe Budden action in there.
Gary Payton ain't his daddy.
Maybe Doug Christie.
Might be. He looks like somebody that's in the league, bro. I'm gonna tell you.
Little Doug Christie action.
Man, looks like Swiss Beats is pop. Anyway. NBA players live too wild of a lifestyle if you believe this is Gary Payton's kid.
He looks like Adam Silverman. Look at that nostril, baby.
Like, I'm being dead serious. I'm not trying to get jokes off. Like, stop telling me this is Gary Payton's son. It's not. Like, come on, man.
I love you.
Michael Jordan's kids, they're clearly Horace Grant's sons, man. That's why you feel away towards Horace Grant. Those are Horace Grant's sons. That make Michael Jordan's son. Are y'all serious?
He looks like his mom.
Man, his dad's Gary freaking Payton, bro. You would look. It's not Gary Payton's kid.
Although his mom looks a little bit like Ray. His mom looks like a little bit like Ray Allen. So I don't know what's going on with that.
He looks like his mom, but ain't no Gary Payton in there at all. Stop.
Monique Payton. There you go. Tell me she doesn't look like Ray Allen a little bit. Monique Payton is
man,
mom.
mama kind of fine. Hold on.
Yeah,
hey, you saw that kid mama at the senior night last night? For you South Florida?
You know I saw him.
Anyway, we'll see y'all Monday, man.
We got to get out of here. All right, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your